Hey, Reputation Nation, welcome. I wanted to take a moment to reach out to really start to talk about what are those key things that we're looking for in your opportunity, in your deals, as you continue to drive those quarter over quarter. One of the things that we've come up with, or I've come up with, is this great idea called POWER. Now, POWER is an acronym. It's not just about the power that we think about when we start talking about an opportunity. POWER, the acronym, has different meanings as we walk through each one of those letters. So, for the P, it's about partner. Do you have the right channel partner? Do you have the right partner in your ecosystem that's working with you, that has an inside view, maybe deploying another product, but has a good relationship with you? They can tell you the inside story. What are some of the issues, the challenges? What are they really saying about you and your organization? That's really critical. So that's another way that you can leverage that relationship that they have at an executive level that you may not. The second is the O, which is the organizational charts. Really super critical when you start to take a look at the overall opportunity, the account. Who are all the players? Who are all the executives? And more importantly, who do they know that you may know? So take a look at where they come from. Take a look at their LinkedIn. What college did they go to? What's their prior experience? Who do they know? Who are they connected to? And that way you can try to do a connect the dots, if you will. And that way you can say, hey, I know this person, maybe they'll reach out and put a phone call in for me to see if they can help move my deal along. A lot of these type of opportunities and deals get done through relationships. It's not just about the product. It's about a trust factor and being able to say, hey, I know this person. If they would buy that product, I would buy it too. So it's really important to take a look at that org chart, find out who the players are, who do we know, who can we leverage, and what are the connect the dots that we can do in order to expand that. The third letter is around W, which is war rooms. It can mean a couple of different things, but for the most part, it's really about creating a war room or a strategy session. Bringing in your sales executive, your sales management, your sales engineer, your professional services, your consultants, anyone in your ecosystem like a partner, and being able to sit down and strategize on that opportunity. What are some of the steps? What are the roadblocks? What are the gotchas? What does that next step look like that maybe you're concerned with? But it's a way to flush out the entire opportunity and look at all the different areas that you may be exposed. I like to think of it as the folks in the room as your secret service. You're driving down, taking a look, focused on trying to close the deal, and everyone is looking on the outside, trying to figure out what is it that's exposing you right now? What is it that you could be doing a better job of? What is a way that we can get this deal done? So it's really about the strategy in the war room, and every couple of weeks you can come back and do a refresher. The next letter is E. It's your executive sponsor. You want to make sure that you get your executive sponsor in early and communicating to their executives early. Whenever the beginning of an opportunity, I always like to have a CEO or an executive reach out, could be an email or a phone call, to just say, hey, I want to thank you for taking the opportunity and chance to evaluate my company. I will provide you with all the resources necessary. Please let me know if there's anything I can do. Your partnership is paramount to us. Thank you, CEO. That way, you'll probably get a response back saying, hey, thanks for reaching out. We are looking at your company. Please work with this person. Or, hey, thank you, let's keep in touch. We'll keep the open dialogue. That's great. Because at any point, now you've created that executive relationship, but at any point, you can always come back in the later stages of that opportunity and have that CEO of your company or executive call in and say, hey, you know, we want to try to see where we are, how things are progressing, or, hey, we heard some things are going sideways. We'd really like to see if you can help us out. So now it's not a Hail Mary pass and a hope that somebody picks up the phone and it's a late moment introduction. You've always created that relationship. So do that early and make sure that you're trying to test it frequently, and that way you have that as a back pocket type of approach if things go sideways. The last one is R, roadmap to closure. The roadmap to closure is critical. Throughout the entire process, you should know what those next steps are. What I like to do is a reverse engineer of the roadmap. So being able to see when is it that we're planning to agree upon finalizing the partnership, and then working your steps backwards from then until now. What are all of the things that you still need to do to try to close that deal? And you should be able to sit in front of your customer or your coach and say, hey, we want to try to finalize the partnership together. These are some of the things that I think are still outstanding. Are there anything else? No. Or yes, you missed this, or don't know if we can do that. But at least you're constantly testing that roadmap to closure, that mutual close plan, to see if indeed you're on the right track. You may be wildly off. Well, great, now you can change it. Or you may be right on path, and you're happy about that. So that's really critical when you start to take a look at the overall big picture, is where are you in that sales cycle? So, folks, that's the idea around power. That's the acronym of power. That's what you should have in your back pocket at all times to know, do I truly have power in this opportunity? And if I don't have one of those, then that's just more exposure to your deal and to yourself. So we're here at all times as executives to help you drive your deals, drive your opportunities, bounce ideas off of you. But think as if you are a CEO of your own company. What would you like to do? What are the resources that you would need? And reach out and get them. It's all about what it's right for you and how you and your customer need to, in order to drive your business and close it. I want to thank you for listening and understanding that this is a really critical component to your sales cycle. Please feel free to reach out at any point. Good luck and good selling.